It's Tuesday, February 5th, 2018. And on Tuesday, we do certain videos about nostalgia called Nostalgia Trippin'. So, come with me back in time, and we're going to look at some of the things I bought before. That's why it's nostalgia, remembering them. That's right. So, we're going to look at some of my anime CDs. I know you're excited because so far, both my videos of Nostalgia Trippin' that I've done the previous 2 Tuesdays, 1 view each. You know who viewed them? Me, just to make sure that they went up properly. So yeah, nobody else is watching, so I could do whatever I want because nobody's watching anyway. But it's fine. It's fine. Keep plugging along. Keep plugging along. This is our 3rd week doing this, so just keep going. Why not? What else have I got to do? So let's look at some anime CDs. I got a lot of them. In fact, not all of them are going to be in this video. Might have to do another video another time just because I want to. But I'm going to show you a lot of them right now. So the first one we're going to start, a lot of you probably don't even know that this is an anime. But I'm going to show you this. Da-da-da. It's called Ragnarok the Animation. So there was a MMORPG called basically Ragnarok Online. Little 2D sprites. It was it's rough. You know how most, if you play video games, most MMOs use the keys, WADS, and you use your mouse. This thing still used point click to the places. If you wanted your character to walk somewhere, you clicked there. And then they walked there, and then you clicked a little bit more out in front. That's what you had to do. Well, that little Korean game gave us this anime. The anime is actually pretty good. It does use all the character types. It uses it has the priestess, and it has the knight, and it has you start out as other characters, of course. Like if you start out a thief, you can work your way up to rogue. I'm not sure how that's an improvement, or assassin, which is an improvement. But you start out as, a wizard or something, and then you can move up to other things as well. The anime was actually done pretty well. The soundtrack, I don't even think the soundtrack was that good. I just bought it because I liked the anime. So I bought it. A lot of these I bought them just because I liked the anime, not necessarily that the soundtrack was good. Noir. Noir was an anime about these two girls right here. Boom, her and her. They were assassins. This is the one that was a little bit more probably functional, and this one was the one that was a little bit more almost robotic, almost like she was kind of programmed, very young. The series was actually really good. It's an anime trope that's probably been done before, where it's like you have the one assassin and another little assassin that kind of, the littler one, of course, is the better one because her training is very precise and everything like that. She was almost programmed to be an assassin, so she ends up being better. But that's how they team up. They work together to fight some bad guys. That's typical anime stuff. Nothing spectacular. Decent anime, but nothing it's the reason nobody's really ever heard of it. Now we have another anime called Stelvia. I watched this anime one time all the way through. I couldn't tell you what it's about. I don't even remember if I liked the music. Probably liked the opening or the ending. But Stelvia wasn't one of those that stuck out in my head and stayed with me for a long time. So, I was just buying anime CDs because I loved Japanese music, so I kept buying them. This one is a video game. Final Fantasy X2. I absolutely loved the opening song in this anime. Loved it. Loved the English version of it. Not the Japanese version, the English version of it. Sung by the English voice actress. Was done amazing. So I had to have this thing. I get it. It's not an anime, but it's still a JRPG video game, so it's a Japanese role-playing game. I'm counting it. Good soundtrack, especially the main title song is also really good. Now this is an anime, Tenjo Tengi. Okay, here's the thing about Tenjo Tengi. I'm not a Dragon Ball fan. I'm not a Naruto fan. I don't mind Naruto. I don't like Dragon Ball. So I'm not used to animes where a fight scene takes 5 or 6 episodes to finish. Tenjo Tengi wore on me. Now I know why I don't really watch Naruto and especially Dragon Ball. Because one fight taking 6 episodes to finish annoys me to no end. It's like, just finish the fight. But yeah, they take forever, and I couldn't stay with them. So it's an okay anime. I don't really recommend it. It's unless I guess unless you like Dragon Ball. But then these are high school kids. It's a completely different kind of a premise. It has nothing to do with looking for Dragon Balls. It's just who has the toughest high school kids, and that's what the fighting was mainly about. Tenchi Universe. I'll tell you a little something quick about Tenchi. I love the music on this. I love the opening and the closing themes on it. When I was first buying anime, Tenchi was an anime. There was a ton of them that was always on the shelf. So I never approached it because there was too many VHSs. And it was VHSs, not DVDs. There was too many of them there. And it was hard to decipher for me, and especially with the internet not being as prevalent, it was hard for me to decipher where to really start. Because there was just so much. There was Tenchi in Tokyo, Tenchi Muyo, Tenchi Universe. I think there was another, I can't remember the other one. But there was so many places to start, I didn't know where. Toonami. Toonami actually helped me figure out where to start. They started playing Tenchi Muyo, and then I think they went into Tenchi Universe. From that point on, I was hooked, and I bought anything I could Tenchi, including the soundtracks. Love Hina. Love Hina is another one of those animes. I love the music in this. The openings and the closings to this are great. I wish I could let you listen to the music, but I really can't. I mean, I don't get monetized for these things anyway, but I really can't afford the strikes. I don't want the bad reputation from YouTube sitting there going, this guy doesn't have anybody watching and he's breaking rules. What's his deal? Love Hina was an anime, another one of those animes. I didn't really want to watch it. Didn't know where to really start with it. But one day I just decided I had bought in so much other anime that I just said, that's like all that's left. And I had to leave Media Play with something. So I bought the first disc of Love Hina. And then went and bought all the rest of them. And the soundtracks. I love the series. It's one of those series this is kind of like Tenchi Muyo in that there's one guy who has multiple girls, one of those harem animes. One guy with multiple girls that like him. And of course, he can't commit to any of them because, he's incapable of commitment because for some reason every Japanese animator's fantasy is to have a lot of girls that want him, but he doesn't get with any of them. I don't know. It's a weird thing. This is an anime that surprised me right here. I did not know I was going to like this one as much as I did. Azumanga Daioh, one of the funniest animes I have ever seen. Great opening song to this as well. That's why I bought the CD. Unbelievable how good that anime is. Funny from start to finish. Even the English voice acting was amazing in it. What a great, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I watched it 3 or 4 times all the way through. It's hilarious. This is Love Hina Christmas. I don't like Christmas. I don't like Christmas music. But I like this anime enough to buy the Christmas album. That tells you how much I like that anime. Now this one is a classic because this series is known for its music. Macross Plus. It's an okay soundtrack. I mean, the weirdest thing is it's done by Yoko Kanno, and I love Yoko Kanno's music, but I don't really like this soundtrack as much as I should. I think Yoko Kanno did all the Cowboy Bebop soundtracks, and I have like 4 or 5. Those have to be a separate video. And I love a lot of Yoko Kanno's music, just couldn't get into that one. Here's an Evangelion one. Evangelion, the birthday of Rei Ayanami. This, I think, has a bunch of mixes of Fly Me to the Moon or something like that. It's okay. I love Evangelion. So do a lot of anime fans. Boom. El Hazard the Wanderers. El Hazard the Wanderers. If you have never seen this, this is kind of in the Tenchi Muyo universe. Masamichi Fujisawa, who is one of the teachers in this, has also appeared in Tenchi. So they kind of run into each other sometimes. It's a great anime. Katsuhiko Jinai is one of the best bad guys in all of anime. Not because he's sadistic or he's super evil. He is super funny. And he's an egomaniac, which most of them are. Here's an anime I don't remember. I know I watched it, but it obviously wasn't memorable. And I bought the soundtrack merely because I was always buying the soundtracks. Deers or Dear S. I don't know what you want to call it. The S is just really, really big. It's okay. It's not that great of an anime. Not that great of a movie either, or a TV show. This one, Burst Angel, same thing. The music was okay. The anime was okay, but I bought the anime. I had to have the CD soundtrack at the same time. Wish I hadn't bought either one. Neither one's that good. Okay, so this one. This is an anime selection of a bunch of different animes. It does have stuff from, let's look over this. Revolutionary Girl Utena's in here. You have, you have Slayers. You have Evangelion. You have, I can't remember what that one was called. I think Vandred is in there. That looks like Vandred. There was a lot of songs on this. I bought it because it was just a big compilation album. Animation TV, the hit songs on TV, only maybe 5 or 6 of those songs are songs I like. We're going to break the rule again. This is a video game, Chrono Cross. Some of the best video game music I've ever heard in my life. This was a free giveaway. When I bought Chrono Cross, they gave me this. There's only like 4 or 5 songs on this thing, but I loved the music. Chrono Cross has some of the best music I've ever heard. I still don't think I have a video game where I've ever heard better music. Now we're gonna get into this one. Slayers. Slayers is incredible. This series, Slayers Try, Slayers Next, and the original Slayers. The English voice cast was really, really good. All these characters were really, really good. The first 13 episodes of the original Slayers has a different person that plays Zelgadis and Amelia, and they're both terrible. But when they get Crispin Freeman and I can't remember the girl that does Amelia on the second 13 episodes, the series hits its stride, and it's amazing. I think Lisa Ortiz does the voice of her, does an incredible job, and did it for pretty much all of the Software Sculptor stuff. And the guy, I think Eric Stewart or somebody like that, did Gowry. Amazing job. Amazing job. Great soundtrack. All the openings and closings, if you love the opening and closings from Slayers, they're all in there, and they're good. This one, Best of the Best Panime. It's another compilation, and it has Tenchi in it, and it has a few others. This is actually a really good album of anime music. They did a really good job. I think most of the songs in here were songs I really did like. And then this is one nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know this one. Even if anybody ever watches this 100 years from now, nobody's going to know this. Daphne and the Brilliant Blue. This was an anime I bought. Like I said, it was at a time where I was just running out of anime to buy. This one premiered. It was on the shelf at Media Play, and I said, maybe I'll buy that one. I loved it. I loved it. I love the music. I love the anime. It's the girl. It's one of those typical girl has amnesia, doesn't know what she's supposed to be doing, gets kind of found by a group of people. They turn her into a bounty hunter until she figures out what her real purpose is. I won't give any of that away. But the soundtrack was really good. The anime is really good. The voice acting is, the American voice acting is pretty good. A great set of characters, great story. It is really good. If you've never seen Daphne and the Brilliant Blue and you're just looking for something new to watch that nobody's ever seen, watch that one. Video's getting a little bit long, but there's a little bit of my nostalgia tripping. It's done. We're over with it. Have you heard of all these animes? Will you ever watch this video? Have you watched this video? Can you watch this video? You may never see it, but it's here. It's on the internet for posterity, so we're good. I've done my part to tell people about Daphne and the Brilliant Blue. So with all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.